Hello everyone, welcome to National Focus. I'm your presenter, Tarnia Green. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. Among the major developments, government takes action to assist Bailey farmers. Environmental impact assessment conducted for the geothermal energy project in the Rosa Valley, and Dominica launched its Internet Exchange Point. Stay with me as I bring you the details of these and other stories when National Focus returns.
Documentaries and in-depth discussions, community walkthroughs, and Yes We Care. See it all on GIS Channel 7, Channel 7, Channel 7, Channel 7, Channel 7.
Welcome back. Time now for the details of the news. The Ministry of Agriculture has taken action to assist Bailey farmers affected by the Pucina seedy disease, which is affecting bay leaf trees. This was confirmed by Minister for Agriculture, Honorable Matthew Walter, during Thursday's sitting of Parliament. The disease was first identified on Dominica in October 2008, and agricultural officials began conducting surveys to determine the impact on farmers. Minister Walter informed Parliament that financial contributions were made to the Dominica Essential Oils and Spices Cooperative to assist farmers.
During this period, a total of 681 farms were assessed, which included members and non-members of the Dominica Essential Oils and Spices Cooperative. The ministry also conducted pesticide trials or experiments in 2011 to 2012. Chemical control using a fungicide strategy based on spraying with curative fungicides in alternation with preventative contact fungicides. Acrobat, Tilt, Mancozeb, Spraytex oil and headline used in trial experiment reduce inoculation, thus managing disease.
In other news, government continues to invest heavily in the development of sporting facilities across the country. Minister responsible for sports, Honorable Justina Charles, gave details of some of the investments made in the Southeast during the 5th meeting of the 3rd session of the 8th Parliament, which began at the House of Assembly in Roseau on Thursday.
The remaining works, Madam Speaker, planned for the completion of the playing fields and their immediate vicinities are as follows. With reference to La Plaine playing field, complete rehabilitation of the Players Pavilion at an estimated cost of $97,432.56. Total amount disbursed to the La Plaine and Grand Fond Village Councils are $70,000 and $495,000 respectively.
And work continues on a major road project which will create an important link between the communities of Petit-Soufrière and Rosalie. Minister for Public Works, Energy and Ports, Honorable Rayburn Blackmore, gave details of progress of work on the $22.5 million project. The minister was responding to a question by Member of Parliament for the Margat constituency, Honorable Edison James, during Thursday's sitting of Parliament.
To date, $6.3 million has been spent on roadworks, primarily in activities of excavation and drainage structures. Approximately 3.2 kilometers of the 4.2 kilometers have been excavated to design grade, leaving a further 920 meters of heavy excavation works to be done. Madam Speaker, approximately $16.2 million is required to complete the $22.5 million project. The next phase of works will commence shortly.
Work continues on the West Coast Water Supply Project. The project, funded by Government of Dominica and the European Union, is intended to improve the quality and reliability of the water supply to West Coast communities. Minister for Water Resource Management, Honorable Reginald Austrie, gave details of the ongoing project as he addressed Parliament on Thursday.
The West Coast Water Project is being implemented in 3 lots. Lot number 1 entails the construction of intakes and access roads at Picard and Kulibistri. These works are expected to be completed in October 2013. Lot 2 involves pipeline works from St. Joseph to Capuchin and was completed in December 2012. However, there are ongoing roadworks rehabilitation in the Cabbage to Capuchin area as a result of the pipeline works. Physical work on Lot 3, Madam Speaker, construction of 9 storage tanks at Salisbury, Picard, Monrachet, Savon Pike, Cottage, Beers, Glanville, Coliho, and Clifton have not yet commenced. Further, Madam Speaker, for Lot 3, the project is estimated to cost some $9 million, and the funding is supposed to be provided by the government of Dominica as counterpart funding to the SFA grant under EU financing. The completion date for Lot 3 will be determined when funds become available. Yes, Madam Speaker, all sites for the storage tanks have been identified. Preliminary surveys are completed. Confirmation of land ownership and some locations to be concluded within the coming months. Final surveys will be done before project execution. Lot 3 has not yet been tendered. However, tender dossiers are prepared and are ready for launching as soon as funds are available. Tender procedures will be open to local persons.
The minister's remarks were in response to a question by opposition leader Honorable Hector John on the status of work on Lot 3 of the project.
For Lot 3, the project is estimated to cost some $9 million, and the funding is supposed to be provided by the government of Dominica as counterpart funding to the SFA grant under EU financing. The completion date for Lot 3 will be determined when funds become available. Yes, Madam Speaker, all sites for the storage tanks have been identified. Preliminary surveys are completed. Confirmation of land ownership and some locations to be concluded within the coming months. Final surveys will be done before project execution. Lot 3 has not yet been tendered. However, tender dossiers are prepared and are ready for launching as soon as funds are available.
And nationals across the island continue to benefit from government's Housing Revolution program. In his address to Parliament on Thursday, Member of Parliament for the Portsmouth constituency, Honorable Ian Douglas, voiced support for the program and spoke of the impact it has had on the lives of nationals across the country.
We're just completing 10 petrocasas where we will put in families that are vulnerable families, young single mothers with 4 and 5 children, Madam Speaker, fathers who have literally not taken up their responsibility. We are going to remove these women from the burden of rent, because some of these young women, Madam Speaker, work for $1,000 at most, $800, $900, $1,000 a month, on which they have to pay $500, $600 rent. They have to send their children to school. And these are some of the initiatives of this government. So when I see we are spending $760,000 on housing assistance, I say that is money well spent.
An environmental impact assessment study to determine the potential impact on Roseau Valley residents has been concluded. This was confirmed by Energy Minister Honorable Rayburn Blackmore during Thursday's meeting of Parliament. The minister was responding to questions by Senator the Honorable Ronald Green about the proposed facility.
Madam Speaker, yes, an AIS study has been carried out for the recently completed exploratory wells in the Roseau Valley. New studies will be carried out for the proposed 2 new wells as well as for the geothermal power plant. The study was carried out over the period of March 2011 to January 2012. The first draft report was submitted to the Ministry of Public Works, Energy and Ports, Geothermal Project Management Unit, in July 2011. A second draft report in December 2011, and Madam Speaker, a final report entitled Rosa Valley Geothermal Project Phase 1 Exploratory During Environmental Impact Assessment, Township of Rosa Dominica, was in fact received by the ministry in January 2012. The study was co-funded by the French Agency for Environment and Energy Management and the government of Dominica.
In more news, Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, on Thursday sought Parliament's approval for supplementary estimates of expenditures for the period July to December 2012, amounting to $11,634,484.03. The Prime Minister explained that $479,756 was allocated to the Ministry of Agriculture.
Part of these resources, in the amount of $286,000, was required for the implementation of an emergency action plan for the management and control of the spread of the black sigatoka disease. The government is putting substantial resources into eradication of this threat to our banana crop. In addition, the sum of $166,889 were required for implementation of activities under the Plant Propagation Citrus Certification Program. Madam Speaker, for the period July 2012 to January 2013, a total of 5,909 plants have been distributed to 355 farmers under this citrus certification program.
We will bring you more details of Thursday's sitting of Parliament in Friday's newscast. Parliament resumes on Tuesday. The National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission, the NTRC, have joined 3 internet service providers here, Lime Dominica Limited, Marpin 2K4 Limited, and SAT Telecommunications, to establish Dominica's Internet Exchange Point, or IXP. The network device, called the Dominica National Internet Exchange Point, DANIX, was formally launched at a ceremony at the Fortune Hotel on Wednesday. An IXP is a physical piece of infrastructure, literally a switch, that allows different internet service providers to exchange local traffic between their networks without cost. Executive Director of the NTRC, Craig Nesty, has described the launch of Dominica's IXP as a significant achievement for Dominica.
This is a milestone that we should be proud of. Firstly, we are not only the 2nd country in the OECS and the 3rd in the English-speaking Caribbean to implement such a network device, which enables more efficient use of the internet, but the whole process manifests a new dimension in the competitive telecommunications landscape, where 3 internet service providers, ISPs, collaborated and cooperated for the greater national good.
Nesty explained that as a result of DANIX, internet traffic originating from one local IXP can terminate on another local IXP and vice versa. The benefit, according to Nesty, is that all this will be done without having to go through lengthy, expensive international routes.
At its most basic definition is a banal piece of hardware, a switch, where internet service providers are interconnected. The routing configurations enable only traffic originating in Dominica on one ISP and destined for Dominica on a different ISP to traverse that switch. In so doing, traffic originating from one local ISP can terminate on another local ISP and vice versa without having to go through lengthy, expensive international routes. This is not a device for government to spy.
Nesty says the IXP will allow for greater efficiency in accessing e-government initiatives.
While we can guarantee this venture will drive the retail cost of broadband down in the short term, it will, however, facilitate a number of new initiatives and reduce the amount of expensive international bandwidth required by the ISPs. As government provides more online services such as Asecutor, the Government of Dominica website, and soon e-tax filing and other e-government initiatives to the public, the IXP will enable greater efficiency and ensure that all internet subscribers on the island will have the most direct access to these services, irrespective of the ISP provider they subscribe to, or the ISP provider who provides the connectivity to these services.
Nesty indicated that Ross University School of Medicine and Google have both welcomed the IXP initiative. He encouraged local internet content providers on the island to make an effort to bring their content back to Dominica. Meantime, Minister responsible for Information, Telecommunications and Constituency Empowerment, Honorable Ambrose George, has described the development as another major milestone in the island's telecommunications liberalization process.
As a continuum of the process towards the journey, today's occasion also highlights the continued opportunities to harness the rich potential of the creative and cohesive combination of public and private sector initiative and action, and indeed of significance are the benefits it presents for stimulating a new entrepreneurial class and the opportunities that are potentially available in content development, cost reduction, and better quality of service to the internet ecosystem.
The minister challenged the NTRC to facilitate training programs for stakeholders to better inform them on the importance and benefits of IXPs.
I urge you, as the NTRC as regulator, that in the next 6 to 12 months, you bring together stakeholders such as engineers from the 3 ISPs, that's Internet Service Providers, other regulatory entities, the IRC, the Bureau of Standards, financial institutions, local tertiary institutions, the tax, customs, and revenue authorities, among others, to receive technical hands-on training as relates to the benefits of IXPs. By technical, I mean understanding intricacies of IXPs in an e-commerce and general business environment, and also in understanding the ultimate trickle-down benefits to end users.
Dominica received technical expertise in setting up its IXP from the Caribbean Telecommunications Union Packet Clearinghouse. In other news, senior citizens have been encouraged to make the best of their old age. That call has come from Minister for Community Development, Social Services and Gender Affairs, Honorable Gloria Shillingford. The setting was at the Public Service Training Center on Wednesday, where a consultation was held to discuss ways of enhancing the quality of life for older persons by promoting healthy aging. The meeting was attended by a number of older persons, medical professionals, and other stakeholders. Honorable Shillingford first reminded the elders that her ministry is still very interested in their well-being.
I'm pleased to say that the Ministry of Social Services is providing support to all organizations dealing with elderly in Dominica and works in partnership with the Dominica Council on Aging. Currently, we have ongoing a centenarian program through which recognition is given to persons who have attained the age of 100 years, and assistance is provided to their families for their comfort and care. Also, we have implemented the Yes We Care program, a flagship program of this government, through which our caregivers provide much-needed home care to enhance the health and well-being of housebound elderly persons across the country.
This is so, said Honorable Shillingford, because regardless of their age, older persons remain important to society. As a matter of fact, the minister believes that their seniority empowers them to make a different type of contribution to nation building.
Aging is a normal process, and while it may gradually decrease the extent of a person's ability to contribute to society, it does not prevent one from continuing in varied capacities to make valuable contributions to society. The experience and expertise of all older persons are always sought after, and their mentorship of younger persons within their families, groups, and organizations are critical to social development.
Minister Shillingford warned the senior citizens against inactivity and encouraged them to use exercise as a way of resisting disease and maintaining their independence. She also advocated for older persons to consider walking as a regular form of social exercise. Here's some more of Minister Gloria Shillingford's advice to the nation's elders.
Aging does not deter one from enjoying a high quality of life as long as good health is maintained. In fact, healthy aging does exactly the opposite. It improves the quality of life. As we age, we should concentrate more on what we can still do than on the things we are no longer able to do well. We must develop necessary strategies and make sound decisions with regard to healthy diets, physical activity, social interaction, and participation in meaningful activities which will engage the mind and keep us alert and aware even as we age.
Honorable Shillingford assured senior citizens that the Ministry of Social Services, Community Development and Gender Affairs remains dedicated to the promotion of healthy aging. She urged the consultation participants to make, and I quote, the rest of your life the best of your life. And that's National Focus. We now join McPherson St. Luce for the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en Creole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, ministre péché, Honorable Dr. Kenneth Darrow, représenté Dominique en grand meeting pour discuter poisson volant, manier au la poisson salade, quatre fichiers autant en l'armée différents pays. Organisation CRFM organisée meeting ça.
Raison meeting ça c'était pour discuter ça nous avons un projet qui sponsor pour Jeff, ça c'est Global Environment Facility. Ça c'est un projet nous avons créé CLMI, ça c'est Caribbean Large Marine Ecosystem Project. Avec espoir pour discuter ça nous flying fish pour ce volant. Because nous savons que flying fish quand les autres species poisson dans la mer ça nous a créé highly migratory species. Il can voyager tout partout à la région caribéenne. So ça nous pour nous c'est pays caribéen pour collaborer plus pour nous manager flying fish avec d'autres species comme flying fish qui can voyager à la Caribbean là. Nous ne pouvons pas comprendre que nous c'est une chaîne islands. Nous ne pouvons venir ensemble comme nous manage resources nous expresser ces ressources là mais a lot bit important qui sorti de meeting ça là c'est collaboration avec ces pays Martinique avec Guadeloupe.
En autre nouvelle, ça fait qu'à concerner énergie pour pays CARICOM qui discuté semaine là pendant organisation grand meeting côté qui prend place en Trinidad. Plusieurs officiers secteur énergie déjà joignent mercredi semaine salam pour finaliser policy énergie pour CARICOM. Officiers qui discutent énergie renouvelable en parmi d'autres bagailles pour finaliser une stratégie qui servi comme map pour énergie en CARICOM. Ça fait ressources géothermiques, spécialement en pays CARICOM, qui tapent attention en meeting salam. Ça fait qu'à concerner puis pour énergie ensemble et puis d'autres qui aussi discuté. Ministre Énergie Dominica, Honorable Ribbon Blackmore, qui est chairman grand meeting Salah. En la nouvelle, State College Dominique venu au bout de course, il a été organisé par Moon Media en Dominique. Parole Salah sorti au directeur éducation State College Dominique, M. Merrill Mafio.
Nous avons complété un programme, nous avons créé Journalism Skills. Et puis, nous avons 17 personnes qui suivent le programme. Yo travaille en bagage journalisme, yo travaille en radio, en télévision, en newspaper. Et puis il y a les autres qui pas travaillent dans pièce place journalisme ça, mais yo intéressant dans journalisme. Costa qui finit aujourd'hui et puis nous avons invité mon média pour venir à la cérémonie là nous avons présenté le certificat pour Costa aussi.
Et puis finalement, le gouvernement Dominique reçoit 11,6 millions de dollars grant. Ça c'est l'argent nous parlons pour payer. European Union pour support budget paye là. Assistance là c'est première tranche 30,93 millions allocations qui Dominique qui tapé en 3 tranches. Wangement ça là si l'année passée, c'est le programme pour la Dominique. Quand même, si le chef European Union pour Kawaii, ambassadeur Michael Bafford, l'argent grant ça là qui avancé relation Dominique et puis European Union en affaires de développement économique. Ambassadeur Bafford fait parole qui Dominique tapé première tranche l'agence là, c'est le bon programme management gouvernement et spécialement GSPS, ça c'est Growth and Social Protection Strategy. Dominique déjà tapé d'autres assistances hors European Union. Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en Creole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson St. Luce. Au revoir.
Thank you, McPherson. When we come back, we'll bring you the tip of the day.
The facts as they are, brought to you every day, only on GIS Channel 7.
Time now for the tip of the day. Today we'll talk to you about learning new skills. Self-improvement is necessary to getting ahead. But whether you want to be better at public speaking, using social media, or analyzing data, how do you start? Here are 3 general rules to follow. Start small. Learning new skills can feel overwhelming. Focus on one and break it down into manageable goals. For example, if you're trying to become more assertive, push yourself to talk in the first 5 minutes of a meeting. Reflect along the way. Think about what you're learning, otherwise the new skill won't stick. Talk about your progress with others to get valuable feedback. Keep you accountable and cement the change. Teach it to others. One of the quickest ways to learn something new and to practice it is to show others how to do it. Share what you learn with your team, your manager, or your co-workers. And that's all for National Focus. We welcome your suggestions and comments. Please feel free to drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm, or you can visit our website at news.gov.dm. On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm your presenter, Tarnia Green. Thank you so much for watching.